So much. I appreciate it. Power of Consent Book Club. We are here reading about the Windrush compensation scheme and how we can get compensated. And the only way to do that is through reading. Thank you very much for everyone joining us. So this is the Windrush scheme casework guidance version 8.0, which is the latest one sent to me by the good sister Glenda Caesar. Guidance for decision makers concerning cases under the Windrush scheme. So we're all going for applications. Who's going for an application there? Who's going for application for those who have passed on, or for parents that are alive, or grandparents that are still here, or even for yourself? Please put a 1 in the chat if you are looking to go for one. This one was published just the other day. Wow. It was published just the other day. Literally this week, people. Yeah? Just this week. All right, here's the contents about the guidance, contacts, publications, changes in the last version of this guidance, background. I'm going to read through this quickly, and please, any volunteers, put yourself forward in the chat if you'd like to read. I know you love my beautiful, deep, handsome baritone voice, but I like to change up the energy too. All right, so here it goes. Publication, changes from the last version of the guidance, intention, background, Commonwealth citizen meaning. Right, so that covers Africa, the motherland. Operation Windrush scheme, consideration of evidence, which is key. Deciding Windrush scheme applications, biometric enrollment. Where the person does not meet the requirement for the document or the proof of the immigration status under Windrush scheme. There's another document that talks about status, reviews of decision to refuse. We're going to go into that as to how we can make your decisions acceptable, because every single one of us have been victims of a crime in this country, and that crime is anti-blackness. Appeal rights, how review can be requested. Second application as reviews, when reviews can be made, considering a review, what the review can do. Deportation, which is detention, by the way. Deportation is detention. Windrush scheme groups, citizens, whether settled in the UK before January 1973. See? 48 to 73 is that generation, that exact generation, and those after as well, who have the right of abode. Those who are automatically British, those who in the UK wish to apply for British citizenship. So even if you're born here, you can get it. Those who want to apply for citizenship. Those in the UK who are automatically British but have the right of abode. See, we've got to know what gives you the right of abode. Those in the UK who wish to prove their settled status. Okay. Those in the UK who wish to be considered for I think that's ILR. Those affected by the previous interpretation of Section 1.5 of the Immigration Act, 1971. See, we need to know these things. Those affected by the previous interpretation of the Section 1 of 5 of the Immigration Act 71. See, interpretation of the law is one of the reasons why people are in trouble. Misinterpretation, I should say. Those who wish to return to the UK from overseas. If you really do have a strong point, please put it in the chat and we'll give you the space. I'm going to give you 20 seconds to make your point. No long talking here today. We're going to read. All right. If you need to message me on the phone, because I'm constantly reading, I won't be looking at the chat all the time. I'm just going to go through real quick. All right. Okay, any other nationality who arrived in the UK had an indefinite leave before January the 1st. Those who wish to prove their settled status. Group 3, people of any nationality who arrived in the UK between the 1st of January 1973, 31st of December 88. That seems to be the cutoff point in terms of people coming, and who have settled status. Those who are automatically British. Those in the UK who are not automatically British, but who have the right of abode. That's a strong word to use, abode. Those in the UK who wish to prove their settled status. Group 4, a child of the Commonwealth, citizen parent, and a parent who settled in the UK before. We're going to correct a lot of the language in our applications that we're going anyway. January 1973, right of abode was an ordinary resident of the UK, 1973, satisfied the provision, and now a British citizen. That was my parents, for example. That reminds me, I've got to get my father up on this so my dad can know about this. Those who qualify to register as a British citizen. We understand what the word register means. Those in the UK wish to apply for citizenship. Those who are not automatically British, who have the right of abode in the UK. Listen, people, get your pen and papers out. Get your pen and paper out and make notes. We are recording this, but please don't be lazy just on your phone, laying on your bed, watching another thing while you're listening to this. The more you take in, the better it is for you. Get pen and paper, focus your time and energy on this right now. I'll try and make it as exciting as I can. Those in the UK who wish to prove their settled status, those who wish to apply for ILR, somebody look up the definition of that and post it in the chat, please. Returning resident guidance, lapse of indefinite leave, factors for consideration, strength of ties to the UK, family ties, property, business ties, length of original residence. Wow. Length of time outside the UK. Evidence is key. It's key. I don't know why that's coming up. Okay. General grounds for refusal. I don't know why that green thing just come up. Strong ties table of the windrush scheme groups. Mute yourself, please. Mute yourselves. Come on. All right. Mute yourselves, please. Good Lord. Man. Just mute yourselves, everybody. Table of windrush scheme groups. Those who are covered by windrush scheme guidance. Tables of group Commonwealth citizens. It's kind of repetitive, a lot of this. Were either settled in the UK before January 1973, who have the right of abode. You've got to look into what gives you the right of abode. Those who are automatically British, those who are UK wish to apply for British citizenship. Those who are not automatically British, but who have the right of abode in the UK. We understand what the word citizen and ship mean. We get it. We understand what gives one the right of abode. See, we're going to get into all of this. There's a lot. Those who wish to prove their settled status, those who wish to apply for ILH. It's a lot of... Okay. There's a lot of repetition. I won't read through the contents. We'll just get on with it, man. Yeah. About this guidance, this document tells those Windrush Help team how to consider cases under the Windrush scheme from those covered by Windrush scheme policy. See, those who wish to be considered under the Windrush scheme should refer to information about the Windrush scheme on gov.uk. Go and do that. That's on you to do. It's not my job or anyone else's job to do it for you. Everyone here has the sovereign right to go and do for self. Don't wait for people to help you. Go and help yourself by reading up on extra information. And I'm sure there's some YouTube channels for those of you that don't like to read. Just go ahead and do it, man. Take some form of accountability. LH means indefinite leave to remain. That's what it means. ILR means indefinite leave to remain. Thank you very much, Sister Carol, beloved. So much for that. Okay, let's get on with it. Okay. Where was we? The Windrush scheme applies to the Commonwealth citizens as defined within the document. Who? This is it now, people. Get your pens and papers, man. We're settled in the UK before the January 1973 and have lived continuously in the UK since their arrival. Was settled in the UK before January 1973. See? Whose settled status has lapsed, have right of abode. That's what ROA means in the UK and were ordinary resident on the 1st of January 1973. That's the criteria. Keep that in mind. Windrush scheme also applies to the child of the Commonwealth citizen parent, where their parent either, I think this applies to me, settled in the UK before January 1973, has a right of abode and was ordinary resident in the UK on that date or did satisfy the provision and is now a British citizen, including the citizen who satisfied one of those requirements and is now deceased. You can go for deceased. You can apply for, do an application for those who have passed on. We said this before, where the child either was born in the UK or arrived in the UK before the age of 18. Yeah, was not automatically a British citizen of a citizen of the UK and colonies from birth. The Jamaica was a colony. The Caribbean was a colony. Commonwealth, right? Commonwealth also stretches to the motherland and has been continuously a resident in the UK since their birth or arrival. Yes, was born in the UK or arrived in the UK before the age of 18, is a British citizen and automatically became a citizen of the UK and colonies, British citizen at birth. Any person of any nationality who arrived in the UK before 31st of December 1988 and who has indefinite leave to remain. We're going to stop and have a brief talk on certain sections, so don't worry. The guidance tells you how to decide what immigration or nationality document applicant is entitled to under the Windrush scheme, what status document to issue. Policy does not provide for consideration of any application not made on Windrush Scheme UK or Windrush Schemes overseas applications. Consideration of another application type is made on Windrush form. Okay, I think, okay. Consideration of application made on Windrush form in the UK. Basically, look, we can go through it. All of us can go through it. However, the Windrush help team may direct a person to the guidance on how to make other applications or for leave or enter or remain under the existing immigration rules on the visas and the immigration pages. I think that will help out as well with our case. Contact. If you have any questions about any guidance in your line manager or senior, okay, let's just get through this to the meaty parts. Publication. Below is information on the version of the guidance published. This is version 8, the latest one. Okay, we know that. Changes from the last is intention, background. Check this out, guys. I'm going to get to the meaty parts. Operation of the Windrush scheme. It's called Windrush scandal for a reason. Deciding the Windrush scheme application. Windrush scheme groups. Ooh, wow. So they changed that. Returning residence guidance. They've changed it. So they're changing this. Tables of Windrush scheme groups. In our group, in the book club, we always say that March, April, and October are key financial months where changes are made. Hence why the budget was read out by Rachel Reeves in the month of October. October and April are two of the most financial months of the year. Forget about January to December. Talk about October to April. Hence why you got April Fool's Day, because we're all fools thinking that April is not the beginning of the new year. It is. The new year is not January the 1st. It's April, people. Right. So they're talking about intention. On the 16th of April, see? What did I just say? April. Here we go. On the 16th of April, 2018, do we have any volunteer readers, please? Do we have any volunteer readers that are not playing EastEnders? Big up EastEnders. There's not playing EastEnders in the background. We've got through 7 pages already. Come on. Any volunteer readers, please step up, step up, step up. All right, I'll carry on until somebody is going to take up the mantle of reading. There's 15, 12 of us here. The 16th of April, 2018, excuse me, yeah, 2018, Home Office. See, these are the key people. This is very important now. Please pay attention. Even if none of you are getting nothing out of it, I'm getting something out of this. So please pay attention. Check it. The Home Office set up a task force. They are the key. Now known as Windrush Help Team. We need to find out how this was done. To support the Windrush generation, which is you and me, and launch the Windrush scheme shortly after, 2018, right? So how many years is that? That's 6 years now, right? Financial year, 6 years. 6 years is no statute bar, the statute bar limitation in finance. The Windrush scheme formalizes and extends the assistance provided by the Windrush help team to help the Windrush generation to prove their settled status or right of abode. Settled status or right of abode. See, most of us are going for settled status, not right of abode. Some may be going for that. Or to apply for a British citizenship. Some of you don't have that. The scheme allows those who are in the UK to remain and those who are overseas to return. Some of us have family that want to come back. Excuse me. The Windrush scheme has been introduced to enable people who originally came from the settled, came to and settled. Is the screen big enough, everyone? Can everyone see it? Settled in the UK prior to the 1st of January 1973 from the Commonwealth countries as a part of the Windrush generation. All right, just give me a moment. I'm going to pause. All right, just see who wants to read. Paulette, you want to read, beloved? Unmute yourself, my good sister queen.
Okay, just for a little bit. Okay,
before you start, I'm going to start recording, beloved, because
sorry, Carol can read. Carol's going to read.
Okay, whoever's going to read, we just need people to read. We need to keep that energy, Sister Carol or Paulette, whoever. Let's do it. Who's going to read? Unmute yourself. Let's do it.
Okay, I'm here.
1 second.
Where we started from?
Windrush scheme, that part there. Yeah? Let me resume. Ready? Go ahead, beloved. Go ahead.
The windrush scheme, is my voice okay? It's a little bit ropey.
You're good. Go ahead. You're good.
The windrush scheme has been introduced to enable people who originally came and settled in the UK prior to 1st of January 1973 from Commonwealth countries as part of the Windrush generation and their children. And this was to obtain proof of their immigration or settled status or apply for British citizenship free of charge. These people who are or have in the past been continuously resident in the UK, but because of the law applied at the time of their arrival, did not need a formal grant of leave and may not have since then obtained proof of their immigration status.
All right.
So that's actually quite important.
Go
that
ahead.
passage right there. The Windrush scheme also allows.
Break it down, sister, real quick. Go ahead. Break that down. Break that down because I know you want to say something.
There's quite a few things in there, isn't there? So really, there's a lot to unpack there. There's a lot to just in that one paragraph.
What comes to your mind, real quick, beloved? What comes to your mind? What comes to your mind? That's the key.
Because there's a few issues going on there. The people who came before 73, and me being one of them.
Yep. Yep.
People that have had their settled status. Yep. I have.
Yep.
And people who need to obtain their settled status.
Yep.
So basically, they've still got to apply.
Yes, exactly.
For their citizenship.
And that's
there's quite a lot going on there.
That's right. Let's carry on, beloved. Let's carry on.
Yeah. Where are we? The scheme also and that will allow Commonwealth citizens. Okay, the Windrush scheme also allows for certain people who are nationals of countries other than the Commonwealth who arrived in the UK before the 31st of December 1988, who are not British citizens and are not settled but no longer hold proof of their lawful status, to make an application free of charge for proof of their immigration status.
Right, I'm
the scheme will allow.
Real quick. I'll be quick because I don't want to be on any point. A lot of our people can't prove it because they didn't have paperwork. So that's
exactly.
But yeah, let's carry on.
Yeah. The scheme will allow Commonwealth citizens settled in the UK prior to 1st of January 1973, but who have subsequently moved overseas, to apply for necessary proof of their immigration status free of charge, which will enable them to return to the UK either permanently or to visit.
Real quick, Commonwealth citizens. See, this is where it gets ambiguous. See, Commonwealth are those in Canada. Mute yourselves, people in the chat. Mute yourselves. Mute yourselves. Mute yourselves. Damn, man. Mute yourselves. Seriously, come on, brothers and sisters. Let's do better. All right, so where was I now? Right, Commonwealth means Australia, New Zealand, Samoa, Africa. Yes. Definitely the Caribbean. So how can it be called? Mute yourselves, everybody. How can it be called Windrush scheme if it's also including other places? So there's a discrepancy in my home in that. So it's like, Windrush, but also inclusive of other places. We can ask questions. Why is it called Windrush? Shouldn't it be called the Commonwealth scheme?
Yeah.
I'm just putting it out there. See, just think about these things, people. Yeah? Don't always, yes, we want what you owe us. Yeah, but you can't apply for it because you haven't provided paperwork. But yet you call it Windrush scheme, but then it's Commonwealth. Make it make sense. Carry on, beloved. Sorry.
Tightening controls intended to create a compliant environment in the UK have meant that people who do not hold proof of their immigration status have encountered difficulty in proving their right to work, to rent property, or to receive healthcare. Many people in the Windrush generation consider themselves to be British citizens, which is a point that has been recognised in Parliament by the Prime Minister and other ministers.
Evidence.
For many years in the UK, having come to this country
You're cutting out. What does it mean?
That were in many cases modeled.
Something's going on.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Are you moving, sister? Are you moving around?
No, I'm not. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can
Carry
you hear
on.
me now?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Where am I? Okay. The government has apologized to those who are entitled to be here, but who are unsure or unclear about their status, and has made a clear commitment to help people to prove the right to be here. Yeah.
Okay, let me just take it from him.
I think that there is a
Yeah, let me take it from him real quick. 7 pages in piece.
okay.
When you get an apology is an admittance. We understand, those of us in the book club, we're studying natural rights and law. Once someone makes an admittance, an apology, they take liability. That's why we have not had a proper apology for things like colonialism and slavery. Because if they apologize, if the government apologizes, then they're going to have to match that. Anyway, I just wanted to put that out there real quick. Thank you, sister. Right, so that's important. Intention. We just read intention. Yeah? The intention of who? The Home Office. This is important. We got to slow read this and, well, quickly read this, but we got to grasp this real quick. And I don't want to spend too long reading this because we have to break this up because we can't do it all today. I'm not going to do that to us. But we're recording this session so we can go back. And when you're doing your applications, family, you know exactly what you're saying. And if they say some gobbledygook back to you in rejecting you, then you can say, you can refer to this. This is why we need to read this. And I'm telling you, I'm going to say something, it might hurt. Your money, your economic status, and your whole standing in life is reflective of what you read. I can tell who reads based upon the terms and languages and words and phrases they use. I can tell based upon how your life is based upon what you read, what I read, what we read. We got to be reading, people. We got to be reading to improve our vocabulary. We have to be. All right, I don't even need to get into people in our history who read, who became great people. But anyway, carry on, sister, background.
Okay, people from the Commonwealth who arrived in the UK during the post-war period up to the 1st of January 1973 are commonly described as the windrush generation. The term windrush is a reference to the ship MV Empire Windrush, which arrived at Tilbury Docks, Essex
That's
in
the
June.
SS Windrush. I don't know why they call it MV, but anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, in June 1948, bringing citizens of Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, and other islands as a response to post-war labour shortages in the UK. The Windrush generation who settled in the UK on the 1st of January 1973 were granted indefinite leave to remain by virtue of the Immigration Act 1971.
Important.
This meant that they were lawful.
That's important. I was just saying, go ahead, Blair.
Yeah. This meant that they were lawfully entitled to live in the UK, but were not given a document confirming their right to remain.
Stop right there. We've got to break this down. I can feel Sister Sheila.
Yeah, why were they not given a document?
I can feel Sister Sheila wants to say something on this, but let's do this real quick. Look at the language, people. They say lawful. They were lawfully entitled to live in the UK, but not given a document confirming. Meaning, lawful is superior today. Yeah? And that which is subordinate, listen, is inferior or subordinate to the law. Law doesn't, you don't need paperwork to be law abiding. Law and legal are two different things. That's why it says that we're lawfully entitled to live in the UK, but we're not given a document, paperwork confirming their right. The paperwork is the legality. The law is the morality. Say that again. The paperwork is the legality. The law is the morality. You don't need paperwork to justify your existence. You just exist. You with me? We are all freed men and women on the earth. The earth is your home. That's why I don't call myself after no continent, no island. I'm a man of the earth. You are women and men of the earth. We are people of the earth. There you go. I just wanted to point that out real quick. But go ahead, sister.
Under the Immigration Act 1971, some of the Windrush generation have right of abode in the UK, ROA, or are British citizens. ROA means a person is free from any immigration restrictions with no limit on the length of time they can spend in the UK. All British citizens automatically have ROA. Some Commonwealth citizens may also have ROA.
Stop right there. I'm going to quickly look at the word Commonwealth. We have to, because we have to, what I stand. Yeah, Commonwealth. The Commonwealth meaning for me, it was where the British got their Commonwealth. Yeah, from these countries. Let's look at this definition real quick. Can you see the screen, everybody?
Yeah.
Moving quickly and fast today like lightning. There are multiple matches of the Commonwealth, including the International Association of Countries and organizations that advocate for economic change. See? Money. Yes?
Can I make a suggestion?
1 second. Go ahead, real quick. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, very quickly. Also check the Black's Law Dictionary for that word and see what other definition it has.
All good, all good. Let's do that real quick. I'll do that real quickly. Okay, so I want to look at the Commonwealth countries, and we're going to look at the definition through Black's Laws Dictionary. Just in case anyone don't know, Black's Laws Dictionary is the certified dictionary for meanings and words. Yeah. Okay, I can't see. Okay.
And it's what they use, so we need to understand what the Commonwealth from their perspective of what,
there you go.
You know, how they're saying it, basically.
That's right, sister. So these are the Commonwealth countries, people. Canada, England. So what?
That's all England is.
You tell it. There's 50. The Commonwealth is made up of 56 countries. England's a Commonwealth country. Are you saying people from England can apply for this Windrush? East Africa. Excuse me. What am I talking about? West Africa, South East Africa, and South Africa. Parts of North. What am I talking about? Parts of South America. That looks like Venezuela. I'm not sure. Australasia or Australia. India, Pakistan, Samoa. Remember I said? No, hold on a minute. And there you have the little dot there, which is the Caribbean, the West Indies. But it's called the Windrush Compensation Scheme. Right. Did the boat Empire Windrush go around there? I don't think so. So I just wanted to look at that real quick. And then let's now go on to what the good sister said in terms of, we got to understand, like, man, okay, meaning Black's Law Dictionary, real quick. All right. Commonwealth meaning. Black's Law Dictionary is an American. Yeah. All right. The word Commonwealth as, okay. Well, Black's Laws Dictionary, okay. I don't see it here. I'm not going to spend all day searching for it.
Try PDF, bro.
PDF. All right, I'll do that while we read. That's going to take long. I'm not going to do that right now.
I don't know if Sister Love wants to check it up for us, because I know she's got the book.
You can do that.
I'm just saying.
Recording Black Laws Dictionary. Someone else do that. I want to get back into the reading, to be honest. I don't want to spend too long doing.
I'm saying hi. Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Right. So I've got Black's Law Dictionary edition 6.
Post it in the chat. Oh, you're going to read it out, sister. Go ahead. Yeah, that's better.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Commonwealth. The public or commonwealth or welfare. This cannot be regarded as a technical term of public law. Though often used in political science, it generally designates, when so employed, a republican frame of government, one in which the welfare and rights of the entire mass of